On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Storytelling.
The act or art of narrating or writing stories.
Examples:
Storytelling performance. Courtroom storytelling. She was skilled in storytelling techniques, such as using different voices for other characters.
Troublemaker.
A person who intentionally causes difficulties or problems for others, often by disruptive or provocative behavior. A person who tends to create or attract trouble or controversy.
Examples:
Troublemaker kid. Accused troublemaker. The teacher had to reprimand the troublemaker in class constantly.
Increasingly.
More and more.
Examples:
Increasingly become common. Face increasingly complicated challenges. Our company found it increasingly difficult to keep up with the competition.
Annoying.
Making someone feel slightly angry.
Examples:
Annoying banner ad. Annoying habit. The phone call is an annoying interruption.
Recommend.
To suggest that someone or something would be a suitable fit for a particular purpose or role.
Examples:
Recommend a hospitalization. Recommend reading. We recommend taking media training every 6 months.
Undercover.
Carried out or conducted in secret, with one's true identity or purpose concealed, disguised, incognito.
Examples:
Undercover operation. Undercover journalist. The undercover police officer was able to gather crucial evidence without being detected.
Investigate.
To conduct a systematic or formal inquiry to identify and evaluate the facts of a crime, problem, statement, etc., to establish the truth.
Examples:
Investigate the matter. Investigate a data leak. The committee investigated several apparent inconsistencies.
Journalist.
A person who collects and writes news stories or articles for newspapers, magazines, radio, television, or other online media.
Examples:
A China-based journalist. Journalist on a magazine. Foreign TV crews and journalists can go as they please in various locations during the Olympics.
Edit.
To prepare written material for publication by correcting, condensing, or otherwise modifying it.
Examples:
Edit a history book. Edit a video. I need to edit this document before submitting it to my boss.
Sham.
Something that is not as good or true as it seems to be and is intended to deceive people. A person who pretends to be something they are not.
Examples:
A sham battle. Turn out to be all sham. The data he prepared was completely sham.
Spray.
A fine mist of liquid that is dispersed into the air. Flower arrangement consisting of a single branch or shoot bearing flowers and foliage.
Examples:
A spray of mist. An insect spray. The artist used a spray paint can to create a graffiti mural on the wall.
Unspeakable.
Too terrible, shocking, or distressing to speak about.
Examples:
Unspeakable crime. Unspeakable pain. The survivors of the plane crash could only describe the unspeakable horror of the experience.
Profanity.
A speech or behavior that expresses a lack of respect for God or holy things.
Examples:
Give a profanity. Shout profanity. We do not tolerate any profanity or abusive language.
Strict.
Strongly limiting someone's freedom, allowing no deviation from a standard, rule, belief, etc.
Examples:
Strict compliance regime. In strict secrecy. Too strict a regulation for the private sector will stifle innovation.
Tradition.
A belief, custom, or way of doing something that has been passed down from generation to generation within a group or society.
Examples:
A tradition of a culture. Against tradition. It is a tradition in many families to have a big Thanksgiving dinner with all their relatives.
Whitewash.
A substance made of lime and water used to cover walls or fences. A deliberate attempt to conceal or gloss over unpleasant or controversial facts or events.
Examples:
Whitewash paint. Academic whitewash. The politician was accused of attempting to whitewash his involvement in the controversial project.
Jolt.
To move or cause to move with a sudden jerky motion, to disturb someone's composure. Noun, a sudden, sharp movement or shock.
Examples:
Jolt entire social systems. Jolt of excitement. The news of the unexpected announcement jolted the stock market.
Conversation.
An informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples:
Conversation in English. A friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
Visual.
Relating to seeing or sight.
Examples:
Visual navigation. Field of visual arts. The building makes a remarkable visual impact.
Documentary.
A film or a radio or television program that gives facts and information about a subject, of or derived from official documents.
Examples:
A documentary film. Documentary proof. He won an award for that short documentary.
Filmmaker.
A person who makes films, typically as a profession.
Examples:
Nonfiction filmmaker. A successful filmmaker. The renowned filmmaker won several awards for his latest film.
Margin.
The space around the edge of a page or document. Finance, the net sales minus the cost of goods and services sold.
Examples:
Margin error. A profit margin. Unfortunately, the book's margin was too small to make notes.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Zone.
A specific area, region, or section that is marked off or defined in some way.
Examples:
Time zone. Zone defense. He was reluctant to leave his comfort zone and try something new.
Eventually.
Finally, particularly after a long time or a lot of struggle, complications, and so on.
Examples:
Eventually become obsolete. Eventually succeed. The corporation eventually dominated the entire tobacco business.
Violent.
Involving or caused by physical force or aggression against someone or something.
Examples:
Victim of a violent crime. Violent incident. The protesters became violent when the police tried to disperse them.
Perceive.
To become aware or conscious of something through the senses.
Examples:
Perceive a threat. Perceive light. Australia is widely perceived as having low levels of corruption.
Emotion.
A strong feeling such as love, anger, etc., deriving from one's situation, mood, or relationships with others.
Examples:
Control my emotion. Afraid to show emotion. Some emotions are common across cultures and backgrounds.
Elicit.
To obtain information or a reaction from someone, usually with difficulty.
Examples:
Elicit a confession. Elicit a solution. Have you elicited a response from them yet?
Empathy.
The ability to share another person's feelings or experiences by imagining that person's situation.
Examples:
Full of empathy. Empathy for patients. Empathy is also necessary to understand history.
Compassion.
A strong feeling of sympathy and sadness for another's suffering or bad luck.
Examples:
Feel compassion for the poor. Have compassion toward the accident. His infinite love and compassion for everyone never weary. Barometer. An instrument that measures atmospheric pressure and is used to predict changes in weather, a measure of the prevailing conditions or trends within a particular situation or environment. Examples: Economic barometer. Air pressure barometer. The number of patients in the hospital is a useful barometer of regional health trends. Honor. High regard or great respect for someone, the quality of having and doing based on a keen sense of morality. Verb, to show respect towards someone. Examples: Womanly honor. Honor our ancestors. I claim on my honor that it is true. Pun. A humorous play on words or use of words that sound similar but have different meanings, often for a comedic effect, a form of wordplay. Examples: Witty pun. Silly pun. The comedian's pun had the audience laughing out loud. Transgress. To break the law or moral code, to go beyond or exceed the limits or boundaries of something. Examples: Transgress boundaries. Transgress against the rules. The company was fined for transgressing environmental regulations. Divorce. The legal dissolution of a marriage. Examples: Divorce settlement. A consensual divorce. The couple decided to get a divorce after many years of marriage. Suspect. To consider anything to be true or probable. Examples: Suspect a plot. Suspect that he is sick. The cops suspected him of being the killer. Illicit. Forbidden by law, rules, or custom, not approved of or socially acceptable. Examples: Illicit drugs. Illicit trade. He was arrested for his illicit activities in the black market. Relation. The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another. Examples: Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration. Murder. The crime of killing somebody intentionally. Examples: Murder in the second degree. Attempted murder. This intriguing murder mystery remains unsolved.
Perspective.
A certain attitude towards something, a particular style of thinking about something.
Examples.
A perspective view. Perspective of the battle. His father's death changed his whole perspective on life.
Survivor.
A person who remains alive after an event in which others have died.
Examples.
Ovarian cancer survivor. A single survivor. The shipwreck survivor was rescued after floating in the ocean for 3 days.
Tale.
A story made up in someone's imagination, especially one full of action and adventure.
Examples.
A fairy tale. Tale of horror. Ghosts in folk tales are almost always malicious.
Marked.
Having a noticeable feature or distinctive quality, easily noticeable or obvious.
Examples.
A marked difference. Marked decline. Her marked improvement in her grades resulted from her increased focus and effort.
Grave.
A place where a dead body is buried, typically marked by a headstone or other memorial. A very serious, solemn, or important matter. Verb, to carve, cut, or etch a design, inscription, or mark onto a hard surface, such as stone or metal. Adjective, serious, solemn, or weighty in nature.
Examples.
Graven image. Grave mistake. Many innocent civilians were killed and buried in mass graves outside the city during the war.
Miraculous.
Very effective or lucky, or completely unexpected.
Examples.
A miraculous encounter. Go through a miraculous change. He made a miraculous recovery.
Survive.
To live or exist despite a dangerous event or period.
Examples.
Survive a blizzard. Survive a plane crash. These birds can only survive in temperate climates.
Determinant.
A factor, circumstance, or condition that contributes to the shaping, influencing, or determining of a particular outcome or result.
Examples.
Environmental determinant. A determinant of crop yields. One determinant of success is having a positive attitude and a strong work ethic.
Jail.
A facility where criminals are kept to be punished for their crimes, a prison.
Examples.
County jail. Be in jail. The police escorted the prisoner to the jail.
Mount.
To increase, go up, or advance gradually or continuously, to prepare and supply with the necessary equipment for execution or performance, To ride on something or someone.
Examples:
Mount a hill. Mount a counterattack. They mounted pictures on the paper in preparation for the birthday card.
Forgiveness.
The act of stopping feeling angry or resentful towards someone for a mistake or offense with compassion.
Examples:
Forgiveness of liabilities. Beg for forgiveness. He gained debt forgiveness.
Loophole.
A gap or weakness in a legal or bureaucratic system that allows for the exploitation of unintended benefits or avoids penalties.
Examples:
Legal loophole. Finding a loophole. A loophole in the tax code allows some people to avoid paying taxes legally.
Victim.
A person who has been harmed, injured, or otherwise negatively affected by a particular action, circumstance, or event.
Examples:
Victim support. Victim compensation. The victim of the crime deserves justice and support to recover from the trauma.
Perpetrator.
A person who carries out a harmful or illegal act, particularly one that involves violence or deception.
Examples:
Perpetrator identity. Culprit perpetrator. The police have not yet caught the perpetrator of the crime.
Ostracize.
To exclude someone from a group or society by general consent, to avoid speaking to or dealing with intentionally.
Examples:
Ostracize individual. Ostracize group. His peers ostracized him for his controversial beliefs.
In-law.
A relative by marriage, such as a mother-in-law, brother-in-law, or sister-in-law.
Examples:
Future in-law. Meeting in-laws. My sister-in-law is a pediatrician who works in a children's hospital.
Shun.
To avoid deliberately or keep away from someone or something.
Examples:
Shun a person. Shun office politics. He shunned going to the party and decided to stay home instead.
Transgression.
The violation of a law, duty, or moral principle.
Examples:
Inexcusable transgression. Commit a transgression. Reporters questioned the politician about his past transgression.
Devastate.
To wreck a place or an area or cause significant damage.
Examples:
Devastate an area. Devastate the economy. Earthquakes can also trigger tsunamis, which devastate coastal areas.
Hindsight.
Understanding or knowledge that comes after an event has occurred, the ability to perceive or understand events with greater clarity or accuracy in retrospect.
Examples:
Hindsight bias. 20/20 hindsight. With hindsight, we can see that investing in that company was a mistake.
Silent.
Without any or little sound.
Examples:
Silent reading. Give silent consent. The politician remained silent despite intense media scrutiny.
Nominate.
To propose someone for a position, especially in politics or an organization, or some honor.
Examples:
Nominate him for an award. Nominate government representatives. The organization nominated her to be the next president.
Academy.
A school for special training, a type of official organization that aims to encourage and develop standards in its particular field.
Examples:
An academy of music. A member of the academy. Her new documentary earned her an Academy Award.
Award.
A prize or other mark of recognition given in honor of an achievement.
Examples:
Award ceremony. Participation award. He won the award for Best Actor at the film festival.
Headline.
A heading at the top of a newspaper or magazine story or page.
Examples:
Headline article. Banner headline. The engagement of the two golf players became headline news.
Prime.
Main or most important, basic.
Examples:
Prime number. Deputy Prime Minister. After a thorough investigation, she's been named as the prime suspect.
Minister.
A person appointed to or a job of a head of a government department.
Examples:
Minister for Education. Deputy Prime Minister. The minister occasionally preaches at this church.
Congratulation.
The act of expressing that someone has an occasion for celebration or the expression of pleasure at the success or good fortune of another.
Examples:
Congratulation on a promotion. A matter for congratulation. The congratulations from her friends and family were overwhelming after she won the championship.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Reverb.
An audio effect that produces a sound that is reflected off surfaces in an enclosed space, creating a sense of space or ambience. the natural echoing or reverberation of sound in a large or open space.
Examples:
Reverb effect. Reverb chamber. The singer's voice had a natural reverb that sounded beautiful in the acoustically designed church.
Pundit.
An expert, authority, or knowledgeable commentator who frequently expresses opinions or gives analysis on a particular subject or issue.
Examples:
Conservative pundit. Sports pundit. The political pundit provided analysis and commentary on the latest election results.
Legislative.
Having to do with the process of making laws, relating to or serving as a branch of government that makes laws, such as a legislative assembly or legislature.
Examples:
Legislative process. Legislative power. The legislative branch of government creates and passes laws.
Announce.
To make something known or officially inform people about something.
Examples:
Announce candidacy. Announce the award winners. The third season of the anime show has been announced.
Bound.
To move forward by leaps and bounds, to form the boundary of something.
Examples:
Bounded with delight. Bound up a staircase. Canada bounds on the United States.
Flip.
To turn over into a different position quickly, to throw or toss with a light motion.
Examples:
Flip over the pork chop. Flip a coin. He flipped when he heard that he had been accepted into the university.
Unstage.
Onto or on a stage in a theater, in front of an audience.
Examples:
Appeared on stage. Walk on stage. He performed his magic trick on stage, leaving the audience in awe.
Statue.
A sculpture of a person or animal, typically made of stone or metal, that is intended to represent the subject in a lifelike or symbolic way.
Examples:
A beautiful statue. The ancient Egyptian statues. The statue of the famous hero stood proudly in the town square.
Pledge.
To make a formal promise to give or do something.
Examples:
Pledge my fidelity. Pledge military assistance. At this ceremony, we will pledge allegiance to the country's flag.
Dominate.
To have or control a lot of power and influence over somebody or something.
Examples:
Dominate possession. Dominate over the weak. The perspective of his right brain dominates his consciousness.
Fray.
To become worn or damaged at the edges or with use, To become angry or upset, especially in a public or noisy way. To fight or engage in conflict.
Examples:
Fray tempers. Fray our relationship. The edges of the old blanket had started to fray, so I decided to sew them up.
Imprisonment.
The state of being confined to a prison or jail, a sentence of confinement as a punishment for a crime.
Examples:
Imprisonment at hard labor. Life imprisonment. The judge handed down a sentence of imprisonment for the convicted criminal.
Legislation.
A law or a set of laws suggested and then passed by a parliament, or the act of making or enacting laws.
Examples:
Anti-terrorist legislation. Introduce legislation. Similar legislation had already been rejected by the parliament 4 times.
Heartland.
A region or area that is considered central or vital to a particular country, culture, or social or economic system, often characterized by a sense of national identity or pride and a strong attachment to tradition or values associated with that region.
Examples:
Industrial heartland. American heartland. I grew up surrounded by cornfields and farms in the country's heartland.
Mold.
A hollow container used to give shape to liquid or soft substance, which then becomes solid in the same shape as the container, a soft, green, or gray growth that forms on stale food or objects exposed to warm, moist air for too long.
Examples:
A casting mold. Mold allergy. Mushrooms and mold are fungi.
Roll.
To move in a particular direction by turning over and over or from side to side.
Examples:
Roll a ball. Roll down his cheeks. He was exhausted and rolled into bed as soon as he got home.
Outfit.
A set of clothing worn together, typically for a particular occasion or activity. Any cohesive unit such as a company, military, etc.
Examples:
Camping outfit. A construction outfit. I need to buy a new outfit for the wedding I'm attending next weekend.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Attract.
To draw or entice someone or something towards them through the qualities they have, especially positive ones.
Examples:
Attract attention. Attract customers. The government is eager to attract international investment.
Rural.
Of or relating to the countryside.
Examples:
Rural accents. People in rural areas. Many rural areas are still impoverished.
Segregate.
To separate or set apart from others, often based on race, gender, or some other characteristic.
Examples:
Segregate by race. Segregate boys and girls. The school board decided to segregate students by the ability to meet their needs better.
Prevailing.
Most frequent, widespread, or currently dominant, usually referring to a particular opinion, attitude, or trend.
Examples:
Prevailing wind. Prevailing trend. The prevailing opinion was that the project would be a success.
Norm.
Something that is regarded as usual, typical, or standard.
Examples:
Norm of action. Cultural norm. The systems we have developed has accepted as industry norms.
Embarrass.
To cause someone to feel awkward, worried, or ashamed.
Examples:
Embarrass political enemy. Embarrass my project. He looked for an opportunity to embarrass that actor in public.
Harassment.
The act of repeatedly annoying, tormenting, or persecuting someone in a way that is threatening or unwelcome, often relating to issues of race, gender, or other identities.
Examples:
Sexual harassment. Emotional harassment. The company has a zero-tolerance policy for harassment in the workplace.
Introductory.
Intended as an introduction or preliminary, serving as a base or starting point.
Examples:
Introductory biology text. Product introductory sale. The introductory class was designed to give students a basic understanding of the subject.
Compete.
To strive to achieve more success than someone or something.
Examples:
Compete against a friend. Compete fiercely. You must compete with others to obtain this position.
Worldview.
A particular philosophy or cognitive orientation of life or conception of the world.
Examples:
Mainstream worldview. The worldview of the ancient civilization. The war between the two countries was also a battle between competing worldviews.
Encouraging.
Giving hope, confidence, or support, inspiring.
Examples:
Encouraging approval. Encouraging sign. The test results were encouraging and showed improvement.
Critic.
Someone who expresses opinions about the quality of books, music, etc.
Examples:
Art critic. severe critic. Advocates for legal reform hear less harsh words from their critics.
Expand.
To increase or to make something greater in size, number, or importance.
Examples:
expand a lineup. Expand agricultural output. They hope to expand their business worldwide.
Scope.
The range of one's perceptions, thoughts, or actions, or a subject that.
Examples:
scope of a project. Have broad scope. The scope of human thought is diverse.
Inequality.
The unfairness of a society in which some people have more opportunity, money, etc. than others. Mathematics, relation between two values when they are different.
Examples:
inequality in salary. Algebraic inequality. There are several causes of economic inequality within societies.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Ethnic.
Relating or belonging to a group of people who share a cultural tradition.
Examples:
ethnic minority. Single ethnic group. Each ethnic group has its unique rituals.
Religion.
A deep conviction in a supernatural power that controls human destiny.
Examples:
religion sociology. Freedom of religion. Their religion strictly prohibits them from drinking or gambling.
Tolerance.
The willingness to accept or tolerate something, especially something that is different or unpleasant.
Examples:
religious tolerance. Tolerance for risk. The school's diversity program aimed to promote tolerance and understanding among the students.
Hero.
A person who is admired or idealized for courage, outstanding achievements, or noble qualities, a character in literature or history who is central to the plot and who exhibits heroic qualities.
Examples:
local hero. Unsung hero. The soldier who sacrificed his life for his country is considered a national hero.
Navigate.
To plan and direct the way that a ship, plane, etc. will travel, often by using a map.
Examples:
navigate the Pacific. Navigate through a document. Our knowledge helps navigate our clients successfully.
Refuge.
The state of being safe or protected from danger, trouble, or difficulty, or a place providing shelter or protection from them. Refuge camp. A harbor of refuge. Some of the émigrés sought refuge in this country.
Domestic.
Relating to or inside a particular country, not foreign or international.
Examples:
Domestic airline. A domestic animal. GDP stands for gross domestic product.
Eager.
Showing enthusiasm and a strong desire or interest to do something.
Examples:
Eager anticipation. With eager eyes. The children were eager to start the treasure hunt.
Pushback.
Resistance, opposition, or an adverse reaction to a plan, idea, or proposal, a deliberate effort to resist, challenge, or oppose external pressure or influence. Verb, to resist or object to a proposal, idea, or plan.
Examples:
Political pushback. Social pushback. The pushback from the community on the proposed policy change was intense and widespread.
Blowback.
An unintended negative consequence or repercussion that arises from a particular action, decision, or policy, often used in the context of politics, international relations, or military affairs.
Examples:
Blowback effect. Blowback from policies. The decision to invade the country resulted in significant blowback from the international community.
Resigned.
Having accepted something unpleasant or difficult, particularly a job or situation, without complaint or resistance, accepting one's fate or circumstances.
Examples:
With a resigned voice. Resigned to their fate. She had a resigned look on her face when she realized that she had lost the race.
Threat.
A strong indication or likelihood of harm, danger, or adverse consequences, an expression of intent to inflict harm or injury on someone or something, often made as a means of coercion or intimidation.
Examples:
Economic threat. Environmental threat. The threat of severe weather prompted the city to issue an evacuation warning.
Plain clothes.
Of or relating to a type of police officer or detective who wears ordinary clothes instead of a uniform when on duty. Noun, a type of clothing, particularly worn by law enforcement officials, that does not feature a uniform or overtly visible identification of the wearer's profession or rank.
Examples:
Plainclothes security guard. Plainclothes officer. The plainclothes detective went undercover to try to catch the thief.
Expose.
To show something by uncovering it, to make something accessible to some action or influence.
Examples:
Expose a crime. Expose a person to risks. That newspaper exposed a political scandal in a big way.
Alternative.
One of two or more available possibilities or choice.
Examples.
An alternative plan. There is no other alternative. Doctors are gradually coming around to the idea of using alternative medicines.
Ordinary.
Not different, exceptional, or unexpected in any way, especially in quality, ability, size, or degree.
Examples.
An ordinary school. Ordinary annual revenue. The ordinary session of the Diet opened.
Discuss.
To talk about or examine in detail, through conversation or debate, to exchange ideas, opinions, or information on a particular topic.
Examples.
Discuss options. Discuss solutions. We need to discuss the next steps for the project during our meeting tomorrow.
Adapt.
To make fit for or change to suit a new purpose or environment.
Examples.
Adapt fully to the environment. Adapt as needed. I advised him to adapt to his new surroundings.
Lineup.
The schedule of programs for a particular event, a list of people brought together to form a team or take part in an event.
Examples.
The lineup of new models. A wide range of color lineup. The opponent team has a strong lineup.
Repercussion.
An effect or consequence of something, especially an unwelcome one, of an event or action.
Examples.
The repercussion of an action. Cultural repercussion. The decision had far-reaching repercussions and affected many people.
Champion.
Someone who has won first place in a competition, someone who fights for a specific group of people or a belief.
Examples.
A champion of peace. The grand champion. The champion bicyclist outrode all his competitors.
Encourage.
To give someone support, confidence, or hope, to persuade someone to do or continue to do something by making it easier for them and making them believe it is a good thing to do.
Examples.
Encourage a sense of affinity. Encourage antisocial behavior. They encouraged customers with a premium for loyal patronage.
Interact.
To communicate or react with somebody.
Examples.
Interact directly with customers. Interact with one another. He should interact more with his colleagues.
Recreation.
The activity that renews your health and spirits by enjoyment and relaxation, the act or process of making something that existed in the past exists or seems to exist again in a different time or place.
Examples.
Outdoor recreation. Recreation of the homeland. Basketball is their usual recreation after school.